Did Brandon Beane make the right move by drafting cornerback out of Kentucky, Maxwell Hairston? That seems to be the topic of conversation within Bills Mafia. Was this the right move? Is he the type of player that would excel in this Brandon Beane McDermott team? Well, I'm here to tell you, give it some time, Bills Mafia. We do this all the time where the guy we didn't think would be on the team ends up getting picked, and the guy that we wanted on the team is off to another squad. Folks, let's take a minute and let's breathe and think about what we needed on this defense. Ladies and gentlemen, we needed speed. We didn't have it. We don't have it on the back end. We don't have it with Christian Bedford. We don't have it in the linebacking room. We just don't have that dynamic speed guy that is there to make a difference on this team. We thought we had it in Kyer Elam, which I will get into in just a moment. But this is about Max Hairston and what he brings to this defense. Mad Max, 5'11", $185. He is not going to be this tackling machine that most folks are complaining about. Well, he can't tackle. He can't do this. They didn't bring him to tackle, ladies and gentlemen. They brought him to bring his dynamic speed, his dynamic playability, his dynamic impact to this team. And this is why Maxwell decided to come and be a part of this team, and Brandon Beane brought him over. Now, let me get into this Maxwell and Kyer situation. And this goes back to Brandon Beane. Brandon Beane thought he had the right prototypical size corner in Kyer Elam, the 6'1", 6'2" corner, runs a 4.3 40, and he is that size. He is that's the look you want for your corner. How'd that turn out? Had the speed, had the size, was physical, made some plays here and there, but ultimately was not the right pick for the Bills. And it was evident. Just look at the film. There were some good moments, but there were a lot of bad moments. And when you pick a corner with the first-round draft pick, and let alone trade up for him, you need him to be an impact player that you can build around. Now, Brandon Beane understood what took place. He whipped. He grabbed a player that just didn't pan out. Here's the problem. He had all the physical traits and all the physicalities that you want out of a corner, but lacked the heart, lacked the confidence, lacked all the intangibles that you want from your corner. And this is what Maxwell Hairston brings to the table. He brings you the speed. Can't teach that. He brings you the instincts. Can't teach that either. And those are the things that Kyer Elam did not bring to the table on a consistent day-to-day matchup. You're looking at a corner in Maxwell that over the last 2 years had 6 interceptions, had 3 pick sixes, and he had the single pick six. The one interception he had in his final year at Kentucky was a pick six, taking it back to the house. He's instinctual, and he's always looking to make a play on the ball. Now, what about his size, Rico? What are you going to do about that? There's nothing you can do about that. Hit the gym a little bit, but that's as far as you go. But here's where there are a few little things that make the difference. Although not 6'2", not 6'3", he's 5'11", but he's got the wingspan at 76.5, which gives him an above average wingspan. So that allows him to stay within reach of these balls that are coming at these receivers. That's number one. Number two, you've got speed. If he does get pushed off of a big time receiver, he does get moved off the ball, he's got enough speed and confidence to get back in the hip pocket of these receivers and stay within play. That's what our problem has been. Once that receiver gets beat, it's out of there. You're gone. And the Joe Burrows of your world, the Pat Mahomes, the Lamar Jacksons will eat that up. So now when you have a corner that can play very well in zone, that can go man-to-man, and if he does get beat, which does happen in the NFL, he's got recovery speed, a 4.28 40, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have to tell you about it. I can just show you what this man is capable of doing. That 4.28 40 is no joke, and it shows up on film.
At the 2025 Scouting Combine. There he goes. And he does it.
Now, that is the type of stuff that you want to be able to see, but I'm going to go a little further than that. According to, I got to make sure that I got it. Is it one of these AI sites that's got, I believe it's the Real Analytics, all right? They've got Maxwell Hairston at the 97th percentile, all right? That 97th percentile, what that means and what that translates to, and it gives you what they call an IGA, all right, which is the in-game athleticism. And that shows up on tape. He's got the speed, he's got the fluidity, and right now they have him at a 96.9, which is at the 97th percentile. What that tells you is what you see in speed, what you see when people give you no pads and athleticism, he's showing it to you on the field. Lord knows that's exactly what these Bills need. When these big-time quarterbacks are going to be throwing the rock all over the place, you need someone that can man up and make plays for this team. Give the ball back to Josh Allen and let that top 5 offense do their thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the athleticism is not a joke. If you look at the RAS score, by Kent Lee Platt, that boy is excellent. Go check him out. This is the RAS score for my guy, Maxwell Harrison. He's got a 9.63. Obviously, you see that 40 time is unbelievable. The 20-yard split is unbelievable. The 10-yard split is great. Now, folks, you're not going to see anything in the size and all that good stuff. But what he lacks in the size, he makes up for his athleticism that he brings to the field. Now, how is this going to translate? We just brought in Trey White. We just brought in Dane Jackson. What's going to take place? Listen, we drafted him in the 30 with the 30 pick for a reason. How that translates, Trey White will have to play twice as good. And if Maxwell Harrison comes in and shows that athletic ability right off the rip, I can't see why there would be a competition. Give that position, give that slot to the guy that you drafted with the 30th pick and let him do work. Let him get in there. And if he's not ready, we got Tre'Davious White. Ladies and gentlemen, Maxwell Harrison to the Bills. You'll love to see it. For those that wanted the Trey Amoses of the world and Will Johnson was right there, listen, the Bills could have gotten for those guys and went with the BPA. They didn't go with best player available. They went with their guy. They wanted Maxwell Harrison, and for 2 good reasons. Impact, athletic ability. Let me add another one. Instincts, right? He's got the instincts. He's got the speed. He's going to make plays. He knows where the end zone is. Let him make a play. Let him get involved, and let him get tutored by Bobby Babbage and McDermott. In this defense, we've seen what we've done to guys that have excelled in this defense. Let's take a look back. The proof is in the pudding, folks. Christian Bedford, 6th-round draft pick, just got paid, one of the best corners in the game. Levi Wallace was once a starter on this team, went to Pittsburgh, did his thing over there. Dane Jackson was once a starter, was on this team. He's now returned. Tre'Davious White was an all-pro under this same defensive scheme and was a 2-time Pro Bowler. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Maxwell Harrison, and let's see what he does and what he brings to the Buffalo Bills. We'll catch you tonight. Round 2. We got 2 picks. Let's see what these Buffalo Bills are going to be up to. Do we get a defensive end? Do we get a defensive tackle? Is Joshua Farmer going to be part of this Buffalo Bills interior defense? Do we go and get ourselves a receiver in Luther Burden? Ladies and gentlemen, 2 picks tonight. Join us, the Buffalo Fanatics YouTube page. Come see it. It's going to be live and direct. Let's go.